Just as we did with layer 1, when solving for layer 2, we'll move each piece into the correct location with the correct orientation in one sequence of moves. Unlike layer 1, the sequence we use will be the same every time with one minor variation. We're done with parking garages, gas stations, and cars. The analogy that came to mind for this was a dance. You've probably heard of the Texas two-step or the nightclub two-step. Well, this is the Rubik's Cube 8-step. We can start with any edge piece currently on layer 3 that belongs on layer 2. Green and red is already solved. Again, we got lucky. I'm going to start with this blue and red edge piece. We know it belongs on layer 2 because any edge piece that belongs on layer 3 must have yellow on it. To prepare for the 8-step sequence, we'll turn the bottom layer to move the blue and red edge piece to the side that matches the side color of that piece. This blue and red edge piece needs to move from here to this spot. This will have the side effect of moving this blue and orange edge piece to the bottom layer, which we needed anyway because it must be on layer 3 before we can put it where it belongs. We'll refer to the edge piece as male and the spot as female dance partners. We're going to be rotating 3 surfaces to accomplish the 8 steps. The male edge piece is on this right surface and the bottom surface. The female spot is on the left surface and the right surface. Therefore, we will be rotating the left surface, the right surface, and the bottom surface to accomplish the 8 steps. All of his moves are done by turning the bottom surface. Her moves are performed on the left and right surfaces. The dance starts with him moving away, and she responds by moving away. Then he comes back, and then she comes back. Then he crosses to the other side, and she crosses to the other side. So she's working on the other surface now. Then he comes back, and she comes back. And voila, the two shall become one. We move that piece into the correct location with the correct orientation in one sequence that consisted of 8 moves. All of his moves were done on the bottom surface. Her first 2 moves were done on the left surface, and her last 2 moves were done on the right surface. Now let's solve for the orange and green edge piece. We start by moving it to the side that matches its side color. And it's orange and green, so we're working with the orange and green sides. Here's the corner, so this piece needs to go here. So this is our guy, this is our girl, and it's the same dance, but this is the variation that I mentioned. Last time we went from the bottom, middle, up to the left. This time we're going to the right. So this is the variation. It's the same dance. We just start by going the opposite direction. So he's going to move away, which will be that direction. So he steps away. She responds by moving away. He comes back. And then she comes back. Then he crosses to the other side. And she crosses to the other side. Then he comes back. And she comes back. So there they are in the same spot in a really close slow dance. One sequence, 8 moves. The orange and blue edge piece is next. It's already on the side that matches its side color. Since it's orange and blue, we'll turn the cube so we can see both the orange and the blue side at the same time. So this time we're going up to the left. That's the same as the first dance that we did. So it starts with him moving away, and then she moves away. He comes back. She comes back. He crosses to the other side. She crosses to the other side. He comes back. And she comes back. And there it is, one sequence, 8 moves. Now we have both of the top layers finished. One variation I did not get to demonstrate is that occasionally you'll have an edge piece that's in the correct location but swapped the wrong way, rotated the wrong way. And you've already solved all the other pieces. What you do then is you move one of the pieces from the bottom, meaning a yellow edge piece, into that position, which will force that piece out of that position. And then you can do the solution. So in that case, it's going to be 2 sequences of 8 moves to solve that piece. And you can actually find that for more than one piece. For instance, you may have 2 of the edge pieces solved on layer 2, and the other 2 are either in each other's positions or they're in their own locations and rotated the wrong way. In either case, you're going to need to move some yellow edge piece into that position in order to get the pieces that you need down to layer 3. So now we're ready to move on to layer 3.